Every single day, you should be doing role playing on how to speak with motivated sellers. You should be practicing your scripts and every day looking to improve on that. Because if you're not, then you are allowing money to leave out of your hands because you likely are not handling sales conversations properly. And in today's video, I want to discuss just a simple mindset shift that is going to help you tremendously when it comes to speaking with sellers. And I'm going to talk about three things. I'm here in my home office, and I'm actually going to go back there and maybe make some calls so that you can listen in as I do some lead follow-up because I'm doing some training. And so therefore, I am going to be calling leads in an effort to hone in a few things. So what are the most important things? I look at three things as the most important things when it comes to you speaking with sellers. Number one is a script. You cannot wing it. I've said this many times. If you are, people would argue, Cris, I want to sound natural. I don't want to sound as if, I'm scripted. The fact is that if you have a script and you know it like the back of your hand, then you're not going to sound scripted because you're going to sound natural. If you think about when you're watching a TV show, you're watching a Broadway play, they know their scripts and they know the dialogue cold. Now they can focus on how they come across. They can focus on the delivery of that dialogue. And that's what you need to think about. Because if you are not working off of a script, then you're not really listening to the seller. You're thinking about what you're going to say next. And you're not really thinking about how you're coming across and your tonality. What you really are focusing is on, what do I say next? I wonder what I'm going to say if they say this. So knowing your scripts is really important because of that. The second thing is the second important thing, I believe, when it comes to speaking with sellers is not your knowledge in terms of real estate investing or the knowledge in terms of the market. It is the confidence level that comes across when you are speaking with a seller. If you are stumbling, if you are unsure of yourself, if you're mumbling and if it doesn't sound like you know what you're talking about, that's a problem. The sellers are trusting you and are having a conversation with you about the single biggest thing that they own. Most of the sellers that we speak with are dealing with a transaction that is the biggest transaction of their entire life. And so you have to come across in a way that allows them to feel that this person on the other end of the phone may just know what they're talking about. And so confidence. Now, how do you get confidence? Confidence can come over time. Knowing knowing the business, you're doing deals, and so you know all these things. But an easy hack for confidence is just to know your script cold so that you're no longer thinking about what to say. And you can come across in a way that is eloquent to the seller, that sounds like you know what you're talking about, and you're not stumbling on your words. And so therefore, confidence comes from that. The other thing is start to consider a customer service conversation and not a sales conversation. And by that, I mean that at the end of the day, we're not in the business of convincing people. Now, granted, there are people that are giving us, that we're making an offer on their property and we're close. And so therefore, it does take some negotiations in order for us to get that price gap. But for the most part, if you've got a seller that's asking full retail value, then at the end of the day, you're not going to convince them to reduce their price by $100,000. Some of you might argue that, yeah, you've done that, but you can count the times on your fingers that you've done that. So think instead of having a customer service conversation, meaning if you call AT&T, if you call a major corporation, like for example, I had to call my bank yesterday. I rarely call them, but yesterday I had to call them. I spoke with somebody in the US and they were nice, they were friendly, they took care of me. They asked me how I was doing. And at the end, they did get the job done, but it was a very pleasant conversation. And so are you being pleasant on the phone? Or are you being like, you call me about my property. I'm calling you about your property. What are you asking for this thing? Oh my God, I can't believe you're asking for that. Do you know that, not that you're going to sound like that, But and if you do sound like that, then we got bigger problems. But at the end of the day, be nice and friendly. Hey, Mr. Seller, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. You know what to say. But at the end of the day, make it a customer service friendly conversation. So what I'm going to do is actually, that's my desk. It looks messy, but it's actually quite neat. It's one of those standing desks that go up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt, and by the way, you know what this does? You ever seen those? I have those there, and I have them on the opposite sides of the wall there, over there. What that is that stops the sound from bouncing around, so it removes a lot of the echo inside of the room. So that's why those are there. Occasionally, if I get really upset at myself and I want to bang my head up against the wall, then it doesn't hurt that bad. See? Another use for that. What about that? So let me walk over here. I'm actually using my standing desk. I bought this desk from Uplift. Look at that. And it goes up and down. Like, look, I hit a switch. I just hit that switch over there. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Isn't that amazing? But I'm going to stand up. I'm going to hit the number 2 so we can go up there. And I'm going to call some sellers here. Let me see if I can get somebody on the phone and you can hear me out. Now, this is my desktop. I am a Windows person, not a Mac. And this is a 34-inch widescreen curved monitor. I love this thing. I really love this thing. In case of a fire, I'm running out of the house with my kids and my monitor. That's what I'm doing. And let me put this here on the tripod. Now, I'm going to be using a couple things. So these are going to be Facebook leads that I'm going to be calling. I think you can see me okay. And I'm using a system software called Follow Up Boss. Now, Follow Up Boss, I wonder if this might be a better angle. No, that's not an angle. By the way, that's the dress. I don't wear a dress, but anytime anything gets broken in the house, it comes to me. So there's a problem with the dress. So I have been chosen as the person who's going to repair a dress. So not only am I a real estate investor, not only am I highly skilled in online marketing, but apparently I'm also a male seamstress. But it's okay. I do whatever needs to get done. Let's see here. All right, so I use a system called Follow Up Boss. And so Follow Up Boss is a CRM that's built for real estate agents, but we use it for the real estate investing business. And the nice thing about Follow Up Boss, a couple things. I mean, yes, there's so many different CRMs out there. Some of them are quite robust. They do quite a few things. The one thing that I do like about Follow Up Boss is that it has text messaging capabilities built in. And also it records the phone conversation. So we can use a phone number inside of Follow Up Boss, and we can make outbound calls and we can receive inbound calls. And as soon as the call is over, that recording is actually placed into the contact record. We can also text message out. So, and the leads that we're generating are all coming from Facebook ads. So we're using Zapier to bring the leads in, and it makes it just really easy. So we had generated some leads here. And I am doing a training for somebody here that is going to be calling the leads. And I needed to make some slight modifications to the training materials that I have inside of the academy. And so I needed to work through them. And sometimes when I do generate leads and there are new different type of campaigns, etc., then what I will do is I will call the leads myself, because that gives me a better idea, better handle on kind of what we got going on. And that way it gives me a little bit more of a pulse. So the way this system works, I don't want to show you because then you're gonna call my leads. I just click on the phone number and it automatically will dial the phone number. I'm wearing a USB headset here, noise canceling headphones, and so you're gonna hear me speak, but you're not gonna hear them. Let me see if I can change that. I wonder if I could disconnect. Let me do this. For the benefit of you. All right. See, that's right. Look how nice I am. I'm going to connect my other microphone here. And I know why I did that, because I have this keyboard that is the loudest keyboard that you've ever... It's one of those old IBM keyboards. This thing literally weighs like 15 or 20 pounds. And it makes this clacking noise. So if you hear me typing, there's no way to disguise the fact that I'm typing, because you can hear clack, 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 clack. And so... that's why I was wearing the headphone, because then it's a noise canceling headphone, so they can't hear it. So what I'm going to do is I'm I'm going to call these people here and hopefully get somebody on the phone so you can hear. And you might say, Chico, man, you sound horrible. You sound absolutely horrible. That might be a good thing for you, because if I sound horrible and you think, man, I thought Chico was going to be like a ninja on the phone and he sounds like a bumbling idiot. Hey, if I sound like a bumbling idiot and look what I've done, guess what? There just might be hope for you, okay? If you know what you're doing. So I think that's a positive, okay? So you want me to sound like a bumbling idiot, all right? Some of these I don't know the locations on, so we'll have to maybe do some edits to this video. So I'll click on the phone number and see. I think you could hear that, maybe. I have a microphone attached to the thing here. And I had my script. I always have my script on the right-hand side, even though I'm the one that wrote the script, but I still need practice with the script. Always, always, always. So maybe we're just having like a little phone conversation here.
You've reached 352-596-58. And Canvas Creations Paintings.
Okay, I had to say that because I don't want you to call them. So let me look at here real quick here. I lost my place where I was at. We have to edit that. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends on Justin, the guy who edits. It'd be like, screw it, Chico, I'm not going to edit that. So I did that because I didn't want you to hear the number. So I wasn't able to get a hold of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send them a text message. And the text message just says, hey, it's Cris from, and then it has my domain. We're looking for a few properties. You saw our post on Facebook. We're looking for a few properties to buy. Let me know when best to connect about, and I indicate the property address. And once I send that text message out, then I will change the category to attempt one, meaning that an attempt has been made on that lead, and then I will go on to the next one. So we got Rose here. Now Rose, actually the property that was given was a property that is completely out of the state. However, we're still going to call her, and we are still going to try and see what we can do. It's actually, this particular property is in Ohio. So let's see if we can give him a call. We shall see. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Might we get lucky? Well, this was an ad that we ran in Broward, but we got... so typically let it run a few times, and then I will text message again. My recommendation is to try and contact your leads. Be aggressive over the first 24 to 48 hours. So I would try and contact your leads 3 to 5 times. Be aggressive with trying to get a hold of them. They reached out, and have them say, listen, I'm sorry, this is an error. Don't contact me anymore because you're killing me, right? So rather than say that, then the fact that you may have lost a deal because you weren't aggressive with getting a hold of them. This one here, it might be in an area called Ponce de Leon, Florida. So now we're kind of doing ads all over Florida, and we are going to try and get a hold of Janet. I might have to do this let's see. I'm kind of nervous. Hi, is this Janet?
Yeah.
Hey Janet, how are you? This is Cris. You from Property Rescue USA. You saw our post on Facebook. We're looking for a few properties to buy, and you submitted the form. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Perfect, great. So if you have a few minutes, I'd love to just have a chat with you, ask you a few questions about the property, and then see if it might be something that we can make you an offer on. Do you have a minute?
All right.
Well, tell me a little bit. Now, this property, let me just confirm. This is the property is on Street. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and is that address is on Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So could you tell me a little bit about the property? How many bedrooms, how many baths, etc.?
3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 93 resident, double wide. It's been set permanent.
Oh, so it's a
Any axles or anything under it.
modular home then, right? A trailer?
Yeah, it's a double wide trailer, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, right now we're not. We have in the past, but right now we're not buying anything that isn't a single family residential. Unfortunately, I
It
can.
is single family residential.
No, but I'm saying we're only looking to buy a concrete block structures.
Oh,
Yeah, so it wouldn't be something that we could make you an offer on at this time, unfortunately.
all right.
All right. Well, thank you very much for filling out the forms. I really appreciate it. So thank you.
Mhm.
So as we're running these different ads, we do get mobile homes, and so nothing really that we can do. Any not my specialty. I don't want to deal with that stuff, and so therefore it's going to be a dead lead on that. So let's take a look at another one. I kind of thought that that was the case when I looked um, at the I got stuck now. When I looked at the picture on Google Street View. Let's see what we got here. I hesitated on the domain because we just registered.
Why?
Hi, is this Lori?
Yes.
Hey, Lori. My name is Cris with Property Rescue USA. You saw our post on Facebook the other day. We are looking for some properties to buy in Florida, and you filled out the form. Does that ring a bell?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So if you have a few minutes, I'd love to get some basic questions. I'd love to ask you some basic questions about the property and see if it's something that we can make you an offer on. Do you have a minute?
I'm at work right now.
Okay.
What, is there like to call you back around 3:30?
Yeah, call me back when you're out of work and be more than happy to have a conversation with you.
Okay, at 954-388-1666.
Yes, that's right. That's the best number. You can call me or you can even text me at that number as well.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
Sorry, I covered the mic. Now, one thing is this particular person. I'm going to make a note saying that at work, call after 3 p.m. So whether it be me or somebody else, I'm going to put on here as a task for a follow-up. I'll put it for Justin here. Call to follow up about property information. Works during the day, and we'll put the date for today and the time on that. I will put, say, 4 o'clock, and so he'll get a reminder on that. I couldn't figure out the address of this here. It's kind of a weird. I don't know this particular area. Area called Grand Ridge, Florida. An interesting area, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Small little town there, but it's okay because we can pull comps anywhere, and so we'll have a discussion with her and see what we can do from there. So that one now is I'm going to set it to a different category called attempting to reach, because we have some sort of communication with her, but not 100% there. And then we go on to the next lead, and we're going to call this guy named Butch. And I wonder when I covered, I don't know what the city is. We have to change our lead forms a little bit to try to get the city information a little bit easier. And I'm going to see if we can get a hold of this person. If you notice, when I'm calling them, I'm pretty much saying the same thing. If you notice on the introduction, it's always the same. And again, I hesitate with the domain because we just registered that domain. So let's see.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Butch.
Yes.
Hey, Butch, this is Cris with Property Rescue USA. You saw our post on Facebook the other day. We're looking for some properties to buy in Florida, and then you filled out the form there on Facebook. Does that ring a bell?
You may have been talking to my wife, Belinda. Hang on a minute.
Okay, no problem.
Hang on one second.
Sure, go ahead.
Hello?
Hi, Belinda.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Belinda, my name is Chris with Property Rescue USA. You filled out, you saw our post on Facebook the other day. We're looking for some properties to buy in Florida, and you filled out the form to see if we could chat. Does that ring a bell?
My mother probably did it, but that's okay. What you need to know?
Well, I mean, just to confirm, is this regarding the property on East 5th Street?
Yes.
Okay.
It's that, and she's got more. That's weird.
Okay. We're looking to our company purchases property all throughout Florida, and is there one of the properties that she's interested in selling, or is it all of them that she's interested in selling?
She's interested in selling it all and moving back home. She's been down here for a while, but health-wise, she's needing to go back.
Got it. Okay. And how many properties are we talking about?
She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hers is 7.
Wow. Okay. And are they located in one particular city or throughout the state?
They're right here in Bay County.
Okay. Is this something where she's looking to sell them all together, or she would be looking to sell them individually?
Well, she was looking to sell her house individually, and then all the rentals either separate or all together.
Okay. I mean, we could certainly look at them, and then we could we can make you an offer on them individually as well as together. If that would help. Again, we're not real estate agents. We're property buyers, and we're looking to purchase properties that we could either keep as a rental property or maybe even fix up and then later resell. What's the best way, do you think, for me to get the information about all the properties? Would it be with you over the phone, or is it something that might be easier for you to send me an email with that information, and then we could review it and then have another conversation about that? What do you think would be the easiest way?
That or call back about, let's see, here at 12, let's see. Call back here about 2:30 and you'll be able to talk to her.
Okay. I'll do that. And what's her name?
Her name is Rita.
Rita. Okay.
And her phone number is 850 630 9834.
850-630-9834. Okay, and then so I'll give her a call back, and it's Rita. And what I'll do, just in case, is this your cell phone number that I'm speaking with you at?
Yes.
So if it's okay with you, I'll just send you a quick text message just with my contact information just in case. But I'll also make a note to call and speak with her at that time, and then we'll just have a conversation and we'll take it from there.
Okay.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
All right. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye. So that was interesting. They have a package of properties here. Package of properties. Our mother is Rita, and the one to talk to get details on each property, asking price, etc. Ask what they would sell for individually, and then you can always formulate a package price. All right, so I'm gonna set this one here for Justin. Let me see. Said, I forgot what time. Said to call after 2:30 p.m. I'll have to change the name here. Let me see. This is Rita. I'm just putting here original lead phone, and then I'm going to change the phone number. Oops. Oh my God. I hit that number by mistake. 850-630-9834. 850-630-9834. Okay. So we got that. Leah is there. Okay. So basically, I made a note for Justin to call this person back. The audio file is attached so he can listen to the phone call, understand what happened. And then I will set a call for him to follow up. I'll put his name on there. I'll put today's date, and I'll put it for 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that is set. And I'll change the status on that lead to attempting to reach, because we got something there. So I'll put it on there and then go to the next one. That's interesting. Someone here put in a really bad phone number, 46, let me see. Let's see here. Save the phone number. Oh. Let's see if this one works. I think this one's a townhouse or a condo. After this, I'm going to make one more call and then that's it, because I got to cut it loose.
Hi, my name is...
All right, so on that one, I'm just going to quickly send a text. Hey, it's Cris from Property Rescue USA. Saw your post on Facebook. We're looking to buy we're looking for a few properties to buy. Let me know when the best time to connect about, and it has the address of the property. Change that to attempt 1 and then move on to the next one. And I'm going to leave the rest of these for Justin to reach out to. And I think we're going to call it a day. At the end of the day, this business isn't a difficult business. The fundamental is, first thing is you gotta have some deals, right? You gotta be able to, let me get out of here for the office for a second. You need leads. So you start with that. If you don't have any leads, then you're not going to be able to do anything, right? Because then you're going to be sitting around wondering what the hell to do, right? Let me get out here, out in the open. Ooh, it's hot, very hot. So at the end of the day, you need leads. And by the way, we have amazing, humongous iguanas. At the end of the day, you need leads, and one of them came from the tree. Like literally the other day, I was here in the back by the lake, and one jumped off of the tree. I would just, oh my gosh, that would be horrible for me. I don't like any reptiles or insects. At the end of the day, you need leads. If you don't have leads, then you got nothing. So you got to be able to generate leads. Secondly, once you have leads, and it's just about a consistent action that needs to be done on each of those leads. You follow up, you reach out to them, you communicate with them, you sift and sort them, you figure out who's a candidate, who is not a candidate, and at the end of the day, then you make the right offers. And it's very much it's a simple business. It's a simple business. Sometimes people make it complicated, but it really isn't that complicated. It's just doing the daily actions. I think that a great lead source is Facebook. It's easy to get up and running. It's unsaturated. We're having great success. So I'm a little bit one-sided. I'm not doing any direct mail anymore or any cold calling. I never used to do cold calling. I only did enough cold calling just so I know that I did not like it. Let me show you the lake behind my house here. Oh, look at that. The alligators are there. They say, they have a sign that says, "Don't feed the alligators." I'm like, oh, that's nice to know, not to feed the alligators. I didn't even know that there should be alligators in the lake, but that's Florida. So at the end of the day, hope you found this video helpful. Nothing groundbreaking here. Then there shouldn't be anything groundbreaking, because at the end of the day, the business that we do isn't groundbreaking. What's groundbreaking is the fact that you don't do what you're supposed to be doing. That's what's groundbreaking, and then you complain about it. Don't do that. Don't be that guy or gal, all right? Just do what you're supposed to do every day, and you'll find deals, and you can do better if you get my training. Click on the link in the description. Oh, and I forgot to tell you to subscribe. I went on and on. This whole video is 30 minutes long. I see it here, and I forgot to ask you to subscribe, but you should know that already. All right, I gotta get back to work. I'll talk to you guys later.